Yo, what's good, everybody? This is going to be a game for the New York Jets franchise. Let's get this on and popping and cracking, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bring y'all these bangers out. Knock these bangers out real quick. You know what I mean? So, uh, last time we played against the Patriots. Got a dub. Moving on, trying to get a two-game win streak, maybe two or I think it's two. Could be three. So I think my opponent sent me a game invite, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get to it. Yeah, he did. Well, I kind of think I like my playbook normal.
So we're about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway.
Like, comment, and subscribe, baby.
And they will not get a chance to return this one
All
as
right.
it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Swan.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because they didn't have to. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Play action. It's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one tipped and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And second down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense in this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Makes the score. Bengals 7, Jets nothing. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the 1st. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That 11. Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They go play action with Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
31's the mic. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Zoom, fellas, let's go. 31's the mic. Watch the curl, watch the curls. 31's the mic. You want this.
Now Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Come on, set. 30 days, let's go. Right. He's tight right here, tight.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Here we go. Ready? Hey, hot! Hey, check right 57, right 57.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turn gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Check 53. Here we go. Ready? 53 the mic. 11.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow on play action. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
Like, we can't get no pressure.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage.
We can't get
They're driven
none.
back to the 8-yard line.
No pressure.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a 2nd score.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Another try for Mixon. And he is out of bounds here. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines, there's extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Burrow going to keep it himself, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. They run for it with Mixon, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down, and the Jets are going to get the football back. New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throw left side,
bro, I can't get a break a tackle, nigga. Fuck.
Drop for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Can't break a fucking tackle.
Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, they blocking.
The 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0. Our score.
Jesus Christ. Who the fuck are they blocking?
Remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season.
These niggas ain't blocking nobody, bro. Get out of here.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
These niggas ain't blocking nobody.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Here we go. 53, check 53. Here we go. Right. Check 53.
Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here we go, here we go. Back. Ready. Right side.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be
exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be
You
really
don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Oh, catch it! Come on!
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead
pick.
up to 13-0. So a nice kick.
Always
there
starting
as
slow. I don't know why this fucking game feels
And
so
that's exactly
slow in
what
this
you're
league.
looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This is crazy as fuck.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get it. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
61. Matchbox. Light. Alpha. Yep.
Mike 37. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Yep.
Motion. And we're going 30.
Scene 6. Ready to go.
Throwing is Wilson. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's got this down to the 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second and 10.
All day, dog.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4. 30.
To throw again is Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first
Picked the wrong
half.
play.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Tight end right. Sit.
31's the mic. Let's pick it up. It's out.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Let's get off the field.
Screen play, Johnson.
Bro, look at
And
this fucking
play
tackle,
will be
bro.
He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we
Fucking
get you down
long
the
ass
coast of
dive,
Orlando
bro.
for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime
That shit
Report.
crazy.
Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back
Watch him to
for
pick that play on
quarter
30.
number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Set. 60 orange. Check 52. Topper. Ready, go.
Again, it's Johnson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strong left. Ready.
They try the left side with Johnson. Powering his way forward. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Go. Go back. We got motion. Back up. On the floor.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Bro, I hit the wrong fucking button.
This
It
D
didn't matter
wanted to
what
put it
button he
away
hit.
before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty
I was
the
trying to hit
bench
square
just
and hit the
yet,
wrong fucking
if you're a
button.
backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play
But he was-
before
he
this one
was
is
pick
over
two.
now with that type of a cushion.
He was picked too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
That's my fault.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This shit feel hella slow.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone
really
for a
does.
touchback.
That shit feel dumb slow.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
Like, they don't. I
Good
don't know.
field
It's
position
weird.
means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this
So
possession.
the last that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Protein spill. Slam. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hut.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him so far. Here's Johnson again on second down. And they'll get this one down to about
Everything they
the
do is
20-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
Plays,
That's a pretty good recipe for success.